Hey everyone, as many of you may or may not know, there was a pretty widespread bug yesterday that had to do with the Mindspike staff. I'm going to be talking about all the different parts of the glitch in this video. I've got the table of contents here and in the description, so if you want to skip to a certain section, you can do that. The first section is just the basics of how the bug began and how people learned about it. First of all, the first place that I heard about it anyway was the RuneScape forums, where people were talking about the Daemonheim banker being killed, and there was a couple screenshots there. But then I think what really made it well known is Chris Archie uploaded a video of the bug, and I've got the clip that he used right here, and that clip is from FlowSoNasty, where someone kills Max and Varrock and pretends to get a Max cape and Torva, which isn't actually true, as I'll explain later. The bug actually worked by using the Mindspike staff, which is a reward from the Berthorpe training area. It's a staff that has a special attack, and what happened is if you turned on the special attack and then manually casted a spell on an NPC, it would use the special attack and kill the NPC. Well, it actually didn't always kill the NPC, it killed most NPCs, because most NPCs are just given 1 health because they don't need more, so it killed all of them. There are a few NPCs who have more than 1 health. Pauline at the Livid Farm has more, I'm not quite sure why, but she does, so she was sort of hard to kill. I'm not sure if anyone managed it, no one sent in any clips of her dying. There were also other NPCs like the mercenaries north of Falador that people tried to kill, but they heal and they have quite a lot of health, so I'm not sure that anyone managed to kill them. And it wasn't really just NPCs that you could cast the spell on. You could cast it on anything that had or almost anything that had a yellow name in the, if you right clicked on it. Blue things are objects, yellow things are NPCs. So there were some weird things like this clip, which is killing a bed in the wise old man's house. That's sort of odd. One nice thing that made this bug a lot less serious is that almost everything respawned within about 30 seconds, so there was really no lasting harm done in most cases. I'll talk about cases where there was a bit of harm done later on. When people learned about this bug, a lot of them just went on random killing sprees. I've got some clips here of people just killing random NPCs. I've got a lot more clips at the end as well, which I'll put some music on so they're a little more interesting. But yeah, here we are. You can kill pretty much any NPC, just these random birds around RuneScape. This is a weird one. It's the Baba Yaga's chicken house in Lunar Isle. And it's got another weird thing where I think they were inside of it and had someone kill it from the outside, so they got stuck in it and they got a connection lost, as you can see when they tried opening the door. And yeah, then it just spawned them outside. Killing bankers was really popular. This is just a random clip of it, but bankers were getting killed everywhere, especially the GE and Crowded Worlds. The next thing is this guy who went on a killing spree of all the kings. So he just killed King Arthur in Camelot, the Gnome Stronghold, Gnome Village, who's that? Lumbridge, Varrock, and oh yeah, this is my favorite. This was in Fist of Gothics. You could kill Fiara and stand under her, and so it would sort of look like you were talking. People didn't actually seem to notice the people who were standing under it. I'll put the full-length clip of that at the end, but it was weird. People would run past and Fiara would be shouting things at them and they wouldn't even notice. This bug also had some really strange side effects. One of them was in Castle Wars. If you killed Lanthus, evidently the timer in-game in Castle Wars was connected to Lanthus, so when you killed him, the timer just stopped in Castle Wars. So he'd respawn and then the timer would go down a little bit, but there were some Castle Wars games that took like an hour. I've got a couple pictures here. I think it's of the same game, but I'm not sure. The score was 37-7 at the end. That's pretty crazy. There were also some other weird glitches that didn't really make sense. Pretty much every single NPC dropped bones, but there were a couple NPCs that dropped other stuff. Otto from Barbarian Training dropped 5 GP plus bones for whatever reason, I don't know. If you killed the circus it would respawn in different locations, so I'm not exactly sure how it worked because I didn't get any clips of it and I didn't see anyone doing it in game myself. But I think if you killed the circus, like the thing that gives you the ticket and lets you into the circus, it would respawn in a spot for a different week. So some circus worlds might actually still be in the wrong place. Okay, so now before I get into just showing all the clips that are left, I wanted to talk a little bit about the abuse of this bug and whether it deserves a punishment, and I would like to hear people's opinions on this, because I can see both sides. It obviously was a bug, and it obviously was abused by a lot of people, but I think since there wasn't really much potential for harm, and it was more of an amusing thing, I don't think it was that bad. But yeah, I would like to see people's opinions on this. There were a couple options to abuse it that actually would hurt people. I don't have all of them on video, but I've got a couple. The first one here is a person killing a pet cat. Evidently, that gets rid of them completely. Other pets respawn immediately, and there's no difference. You don't lose them at all. I've also heard that you could use the spell to destroy gravestones, but I don't know if the items would still be left where the gravestones were for an hour, or if they would just appear for everyone, or what happened with that. If anyone has more information, please post. There was also the option to kill butlers. I heard that got rid of them permanently, but I also have not had any confirmation of that, so it could just be a rumor. There were a lot of rumors for this. Another abuse of the bug was price manipulation, especially with that Torva clip that was on Chris Archie's video, because a lot of people thought, at least for a little while, that you could get Torva and a max cape off of killing Max, which, yeah, that was sort of bad. Anyway, post what you think about possible punishments. Personally, I think the most that they should give anyone is a temporary ban or a temporary mute, probably mute, because it's really a minor bug. It's not a big deal much. I mean, if people were using it to make lots of money, like if monsters had dropped all of their gear, then yeah, that would be pretty major if people were abusing it, but in my opinion, it's just a minor thing. It's like abusing a graphical glitch. It doesn't really make any difference. Okay, and from here on out, it's just all of the leftover clips that I've got.